everybody, how's things going? Here we are on the 7th of October and the leaves are starting to turn here, which is quite nice actually to see. And here we are on tile number 587. So what have I got here? This is actually a tile that I discarded a short while ago because it had got a little bit of a run here, which in its own right is absolutely fine, no problem with that. But at the time when I was doing something with it, I didn't want that on it. But today I don't mind so much, and I've added a little bit of grey look around the edges. So it's absolutely fine. I'm going to sort of leave that there. And decisions to make, which way am I going to leave it? I think I'm going to sort of have it there. So this looks like a trail going upwards. It just goes to show, even if you've got a tile that you've inked and you're not seriously happy with it, then, or it's not right for what you want at the time, save it, because you can then use it sometime other. So, okay, what are we up to today? First things first then, I'm coming in with pencil because I've got a couple of, not construction as such, but they are in a sense. So here we go, I'm going to put myself a swirl in. Are you ready? So here we are, I'm going to go from here and I'm going to come around and up there, like that. All right, deep breath. The worst's over. Look, we've put something on paper. And now I'm going to sort of imagine that I want that a little bit about less than a centimetre there. And I want to come down here so it's a little bit wider. So I've got 2 points in which I can work to. So here we go. I'm going to put that round. And it's going to kind of get smaller as I work my way up. See? So it sort of joins. Something to work to there. Okay. So next little bit, sticking my pencil again. I'm going to put myself a curve here. It's going to go slightly over the lines. Afternoon, everybody. And then let's do up another one. It doesn't have to be the same thickness. It's better if it isn't. See, it goes over like that. And I'll leave a bit of a gap. I'm going to do another one. Again, it's better if they are a little bit higgledy-piggledy. That's fine. Let's do another one next to it. And a bit of a curvature next to this one. See, so it's like they're going over and around whatever this is. Let's do another. And see, as I'm working my way around, I'm going to do another one. Let's do a bit thinner. So it's not quite joining there, see. Another one. So I'm kind of turning into C's now, where you can get the idea a little bit better. But as I say, they're not all joined together. They're all a little bit higgledy-piggledy. Some are together, some are not so much. So let's have one sort of coming in this way. All right. So look, it's sort of all over the place. But I'm moving my piece of card around as I go, so I can be comfortable when I'm doing it. See, I've got some like, it's getting a little bit looser as it goes up bank there. Let's have another one there. All right, let's have a little look at that as it goes. Okay, that's an odd shape with all these little odd shapes all over it. So what I'll do here is I'm going to sort of continue this line, but I'm going to sort of put a bit of a wobbly line off it. And let's do another one just to there. Right, I'm going to zoom in a bit so you can see what I'm doing here. So I've done that one to there, look, and then I'm coming back here and doing another one. And back, doing another, back and another. Just so it kind of looks like it's filtering off. Okay, deep breath, you've got this. So looking at this other side, I'm going to put myself a wavy line in. It's going up to the top like that. And then I want to fill it, so I'm going to have quite close here. And it's going to come out a little bit there, into there. Now I'm going to do another one of those. So I've seen that as one shape. And that's another. let's get some pen in on those. I'm going to come in with my regular pen just to get me started. Because there's nothing going to go in front of this or anything like that, so I'll put this one in, and then that one. Okay, so I'm going to fill it. So I'm going to use my brush pen here. It's up to you if you want to do that. You can use your brush or not. It's quite thin up there, so yeah. I'm just going to do this one as well. So it's kind of got a bit of a stripe going on. Okay, so I'll make my way up there. And again, if I need to, I can come and neaten it with that fine nib anyway. Alright, put that away for a minute. And filter that one in. Okay, so I don't mind if it's a little bit wonky. It's in now. Okay, so let's come to this side here. I'm going to put myself a little bit of a double line there. Now I know it's sort of standing in mid-air at the moment, but that's absolutely fine. We can sort that in a bit. And I'm going to come on along and put a little curve over the top there. Let's take it underneath, see, like that. And then I'm going to come from underneath, so from there both sides. And I'm going to come up and kind of put a bit of a pointed top on it. And put some little sort of dots on. They're so dots, they're not really dots. I'm going to put another one in. And again, sort of round there, look, giving me that shape. Then up and around, like so. And I'm going to put some little odd shapes on there. Let's have a little look at that in context so you can see they're not too big. You see, quite small, but they're going to, you know, make it look a bit different. Let's put this one in. So that's going to sit behind. Okay. In and out. Oh, hello everybody. I think sometimes my messages take a little bit longer to come through, so I know that you're all there, but I don't always see them. Okay, let's give that a little bit of ground to sit on. There's a couple of little wavy lines there. Okay, yeah, tiny little ones. All right, so now I'm happy to put this shape in. So let's have a look at this. I'm going to come in and put in that one like so. And then let's put that like wavy line back in, and because I can sort of see now where my lines are, I'm happy to sort of go with that. And then here. So I'm going to come in and put all these odd shapes in first. So I don't need to put the line in that I'm not going to see there. But around we go, following it again. See, that one there would have got stuck in the middle of that one. You see there where I've got a gap? I'm going to fill that in before I go any further. Yeah. This one. So you kind of get into the flow with this. They're all sort of a letter C in some way, shape or form. So it's good how it works that way. Oh, Joe, for this one, honestly, don't worry about doing a smooth row. Go for whatever's going. The slightly more offset they are, the better. Some people that find it really hard to do random and different, I know. Okay. Oh yeah, that one there. Good job I checked. So I'm putting this line in now, look. Following it round. Okay, it looks different, doesn't it now? So anything I can see sort of at the bottom, see here, I'm gonna thicken it up a little bit. You see the difference there? Not this one, but I am this one and this one. So if it's kind of a single or bottom of a row, so not this one like here, that one. You see, just doubling it up. I've already kind of done that one anyway. And that one. And this one. And that one there. Okay. So this little bit here, I'm going to come back in and I'm going to put some more of those sort of stripes. Sort of filling up that edge there. There's one. And let's put this one in. Okay. Karen, yeah, thank you for bringing that up. There seems to be, there is somebody selling Sanntangle items on Facebook. It is nothing to do with me. There has been a letter going out. We've took steps to stop them using my logo, because my logo, of course, and Sanntangle is actually a trademark, so it's protected by law. But if you see any sales on Facebook that say Sanntangle, it is not me. The only place you'll be able to buy Sanntangle items is either from myself directly, from Hobby Maker or Sewing Street, and possibly Crafter's Companion. But other than that, anything that is sold on Facebook has nothing to do with me. So please, please avoid, because of course I can't be responsible for anything that's not right, or anything that's basically not my responsibility. So please, please avoid, because you're better off just coming direct, or as I say, from Hobby Maker. So I wouldn't want you to, be put out. Okay, all right, you ready? Next little bit then. Okay, I'm going to stick with pen, and I'm going to put myself a little bit of let's have a little, shall I stick? No, I'll go with pencil. Let's do this. Let's put a little line in like this. It's a little bit thicker than this one, look, and it's kind of coming off at an angle. And then I'm going to put like a bit of a curve over it. Now, normally if we do toadstools, we keep them quite round, but with this one, I want a little bit more of a point on the top. So, I see, it's a bit round there, and it's gone to a bit of a point at the top. Oh, thank you, everybody. I appreciate that. I really do. But it is sad, yes. Okay, so here, this is why I did it in pencil, because what I do is like to put some little zigzags in there and in there. All right. So I'm not going to put that in pen yet, because I want to bring in another one. Let's have another sort of coming up here. So it's sort of sitting behind those. And again, let's put that curve on. Now, you can decide here, because I've done it in pencil. Do you want this to sit behind this one, or do you want it in front? All right, you've got that choice to make there. I'm going to go with it there, like that. Okay. And before I put anything in front of that, see, I'm going to bring in some kind of really long little bits of grass. Not going to do too many, but enough, just sort of to hide that bottom bit there. Okay, you see? Let's do that one there. All right. So now I can put these in pen. I'm happy with those. Let's put that in. And again, see, I'm going to put that sort of zigzaggy shape in before I put those bits in. Now here we can go a little bit different. If I sort of come out a bit and then in, and put a little curve there, just gives it a little bit more shape, something a bit different. Hello, Alison. Oh, it's so nice that we still do this, isn't it? I mean, sometimes I know we feel that we've got all the things going on and it's a little bit too much, but you know, we can always come back to them. Okay, let's put some little lines in there. On there. And in that one. And I'm going to put some little kind of shapes there. I'm not going to put too many in, just the odd few. There you go. Okay, it's turning out nice, isn't it? Put that one in there. All right, let's have a little look at what we've got so far. Okay, so we've got this lovely little scene going on here. And I'm going to come in with, let's have a look, pencil again. Let's put ourselves a bit of an oval shape here. See, I can go over that now because I've drawn it in pen, so I'm okay with that. And another one, look. And then another one. Okay. Oh, thank you, Sue. It's a bit different, isn't it? I'll put some, I'm going to put some ground there just to remind me that we need some ground. Okay, some little lines, you see? There you go. And in here now, I'm going to put like a little smile on the top. And let's split it up. So almost like a beach ball. And that one there, look. Let's see. And we're going to go round the top. See? Creating this sort of shape going on. Put a little bit of a stalk in there. Okay, let's do that again. Let's go a little bit closer. All right. So this is going to be this way. There you go. David. I was waiting for somebody to say something. I know what you lot are like. All right, see, let's put those curves in, look. Okay. See? And then this one, you've got to decide which way it's going. Let's do that. Put it there, look. See, a little stalk. Let's curve it round. Okay. So I'm going to draw that in with pen. Or do I want to... Now, let's put our little faces on first. So let's imagine, look, a smiley face. Little lines. Same again, look. So I've got my points. And then I'm going to come in and put little triangles in. Now this is quite a little bit of fun because you can do whatever you want to do here. You can leave them as are, and you don't have to put little faces on. They can just be pumpkins if you want them to be. Okay, see here where I've got this smile, I'm going to put in a little bit of a zigzaggy kind of shape there. And another one. So if nothing else, Joe, that's got to make you smile. Look at this. How cute. Let's double up that side and that side. And then anything that's sort of on that left side. Look, there he is. Same with this one, look. And same with that one. You're not going to see much there. Maybe a little bit of a grimace. All right. So let's put the stalks in first. A little bit of a curve on the top there. Let's put some lines in. A bit of a stripe. Oh, Joe, that's terrible. That's a joke that John would say. And then he'd think it is funny and he'd start laughing. And then you're just laughing at him and he thinks you're laughing at the joke. But you're not. Oh, dear. There you go. All right. That's my first one, look. Absolutely. Look at that. Let's do another look. So see, I've got this kind of shape here. Let's put a little bit on the top there. And there, let's put these lines in. Okay. And then, of course, let's put these little shapes in. Going around. Oh, one more, follow the shape, there you go. Little lines, in and around. Okay, let's have a little look. Okay, so you see I've got like a little bit of a gap there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of put just another curve in, so it looks like there's another one of these underneath. See, so it's sort of hidden away. And let's bring in, okay, a little bit of a, I'm not going to do a circle, or a bubble, I'm going to do more of an oval. And I'm going to do another one. Now, the idea between these is each time you do the oval, let's have a look. Ooh, let's it stop wobbling. Is it's going to sort of be slightly different. All right. So, Joe, you're on with these, and everybody's going to be dead jealous of yours. All right. Okay. Now, Maureen, I know that you don't like spiders, so you can keep that as it is. But I'm going to kind of put some little lines in it. And just sort of have a dangly line or two. Yeah, I like that. Look at that. Okay, I'm going to do a... They're always up to no good. Yeah, it's been Dobby's world. He's been well behaved recently, hasn't he? He's not got up to anything. I think what it is, this place is now pretty big, so we don't always know where he is. So, put a few more of these, look. See, I'm sort of flicking the lines out, so it's a gesture rather than anything else. And there's one hanging there. Okay. Oh, okay, let's do another one. Come on, Joe, we're all with you. We are. If all else fails, I know that I've been known to put dogs asleep when I'm doing these, so you have to put one of these on in the background of an evening and send you to sleep. No time. No, I've not put any spiders on. I've left that. Let's put that ground in. I've just put a few of those cobwebs. Okay. So let's have a look at this top end here. We've got a bit of space. I love how this bit of orange is coming through now. You see, that wouldn't, I don't know, that wouldn't have been right for what I was going to do. And here, look, it's got this little bit of darkness. So it does look a little bit, let's put some grass in there, like it was meant to be, like there's something going on over there. Like that. All right, so let's just have a couple of little drips. Oh, we used to have Bob the Spider. I used to use him to help kids draw, you know, when it come to shading and things. We used to say, where's Bob? Well, that's where there's no light, so that's how it kind of worked. There you go. Oh, look at that. I think it's more like Halloween Mallow. A couple little there. So. Yeah, absolutely. So easy currants. Okay, so I'm coming in now. Anything that I've you know, like my pumpkins I've got in with pencil, let's get rid of those pencil lines. There you go. All right, so I think we need a little bit of colour on this. I do have my white pencil, so I'm going to come up, that's my chalk pencil. All right, so I'm going to come in with that in a bit. But first of all, I want to get a little bit of colour on these pumpkins. So for sure, let's have a look. Got a little bit of light orange. And I've got a little bit of clementine. And I'm going to come in with a bit of mahogany. I know, mahogany. So let's just give them a bit of a covering with the light orange. I mean, just a little hint of covering. See, not really putting a lot of work on there. Somebody once said, actually, you know, with currants, if you put a currant in a half used bottle of Prosecco, it'll keep its fizz. And I just don't know. I just don't know if I've ever been able to. I know. have enough Prosecco to try it. Okay, let's use this clementine. Let's bring a little bit of this in. So I'm working, or I'm following those lines. See, again, not pressing on massively. It's coming in with a little bit of something there. See? Yeah, no. So it's just having a little bit of a... Sometimes you don't want a complete full blend because you do need a little bit of texture in there, but see how it goes. Okay? Let's bring that light orange back. Let's swirl that in a bit. Okay. So, sort of working it in. Now I have sort of jumped. There is a bit of mid-orange in the middle of these two. So if I might go to that. I might bring a bit of yellow in. See how I feel. Okay. I think so, Debbie. Yeah. It'd be rude not to. I do like the odd glass of Prosecco. All right. Such a shadow. Let's bring a bit of that in. See, we're sort of going all over with that. I'm going to put a little tad of that because you're going to see a bit of colour on the inside, aren't you? All right, so I've gone all the way over it, over everything. Just come back in with that orange. So this is like clementine. I want to make sure that that's covering where it needs to be. I'm going to extend it down a little bit as well now. So it's sort of going over the top of the other. See, so it's got a little bit of texture to it. Oh, hello, John. Cup of tea. We're just talking about putting a currant in Prosecco so it doesn't go flat.
A what?
A currant.
I've heard that.
We never got around to trying it.
Yours has never gone flat.
Oh.
Time?
What is he saying? What is he saying? Okay, so I've gone back in. I'm kind of mixing those colours together. All right, let's have a little look. Ooh. Look at that. See, it needs a little bit just in those corners. Look. There you go. So let's bring in that mahogany. I'm going to come in, you know, and add some to those like bottom corners. So it wants a little bit of shape. See. Definitely some there because that's sort of hidden underneath. And into that one. A little bit up the stalk. Back with it. Can't be having it drinking my Prosecco. That would just not happen. All right. Okay. Just go over a little bit there. Didn't mean to do that. So you see, just doing it quite lightly just means you're going to build those layers up. So I think looking at this, because I've got some sort of reddy orangey vibe going on here. Then on the other side, I don't want to have something similar. I want to go a little bit different. Oh, hi, Sarah. Oh, you've got to have a go at this one. Look at these. Look at these. So let's bring in a bit of purple. So let's have a look. What have I got here? Oh, I've got a bit of... I don't want nice sky now. I want... Oh, decisions. Lagoon. And I want forget-me-not. I love using the forget-me-not. It's obviously, that's my sister's colour. Just to show that I've not forgotten. And a bit of purple jam and a bit of white if I need it. A bit of colouring today, aren't we? So let's go in first with the lightest colour, which is the forget-me-not, which is a bit of a bluish purple colour. So, and yeah, I'm going to do those two, I think. There you are. Let's come in with Lagoon. A bit in there. It's just nice, isn't it? Having a little bit of a story going. So where is this? It's obviously on the way to Halloween Hollow, isn't it? Because those pumpkins look like they're having a little bit of a... They're waiting to ambush somebody, aren't they? That would be my sort of thoughts there. And then, of course, you don't want to be picking any of these mushrooms and eating them. Okay. Certainly not with your curry or anything like that. I wouldn't want to be doing it. Right, back to that lighter colour. Forget me not. Let's swirl that in. So again, I'm not really pressing on at the minute. I'm just applying colour. Well, let's bring a bit of purple gem in. So I'm going to apply a little bit more pressure now, so I want some on that edge. Notice I've been working on the same edge. This is where the most of the colours come in. Going around those little bits and pieces there. And in. Let's do this one. So it's... shall I let you into a secret? Because, of course, we're doing fabric as well. I've just printed jelly bean onto fabric. Just before. Now, I haven't seen it all finished yet because I came up to do my tile. But the first bits were coming out. Look at this. I don't think he'd want to be here, do you, jelly bean? I think he'd appreciate it, but I think he'd want it to, you know, the sun to come out, wouldn't he? He likes his travels, but I'm not sure he'd be up for Locket Lane. Need to get that out, don't we, actually, Locket Lane, and get some drawings done. I think, so we can, or even maybe, I don't know if you've got Riverside Row, bring a bit of this into Riverside Row. I reckon if you're going to do a picture, let's think about this now. If you'll do a Halloween picture and you can mix this tile in with one of the Locket Lane editions, doesn't matter which one, and post it, I reckon we should all have a look, and I might be up for sending a bit of a prize out. And I know Sarah's working on something at the minute because it's her birthday soon and she loves Halloween. Okay, bit of dark oak. Let's just add a touch of darkness to those edges. Look at that. Oh, Sue, I know, it's so cute. I actually did have a message from Adam, the presenter, the other day, because he's going to do it on a live this Thursday. And he sent me a picture that he'd actually drawn one. He was so pleased. So I thought that was really nice. Okay, so we've done enough colouring on there. You can carry on and colour it all if you want to. But, oh, I do apologise. I keep knocking my camera. It's kind of on a wobbly stand, so it does that now and again. All right, so I'm hoping... Have I got a pencil anywhere? Of course not. You know when you've sort of emptied your bag, but you can't find anything? But that's okay. Oh, because I've got one on my other desk. Or, here we go then. So, regular pencil, well, I'll say regular, it's the 2B pencil, that's our regular. So I'm going to put some in here. Now I did say, didn't I, a little bit over there, look. I've got a white pencil. I'm not going to touch these because I want to use white there. I'm going to come in here, look. And there, a bit down there, look. So these are the bits that, you know, like the inside shape. So I'm going to go a bit heavy with them. Bit there, look. So if I put my finger there, it means I'm not going to go over. And again, look, that's a bit heavier with that because that's inside. Now all these three are all sort of together, aren't they? And this is a little bit of the original shape, so a little bit heavier. I like this mixing of colour and monochrome because it means you don't have to sort of panic about colouring everything. And you've got the option of you choose what you want to sort of pick out. And then in this case, you know, our mushrooms and our pumpkins here. Okay, and again, You don't have to be so neat with this, you know that. All right, a little bit under there. So are we up for this challenge then? Are we up for mixing this with one of the Riverside, whether it's, well, one of the Lockett Lane series, whether it's Riverside or Halloween Hollow or Lockett Lane itself, Christmas Close, the High Street, you've got all sorts. See, I'm going all the way under there till it's there, like a bit of ground. See, this is the, the main sort of event, isn't it? Let's put a little bit round there into those. And I'm going to put some sort of across the top, like so. All right, Tortillon. And just going to touch that a little bit. Actually, I think I am going to put a little bit there at the bottom, just to sort of get it going, because it looks like it's coming out there. And then those little bits. Okay, to this one. So just sort of swirling that in. I do want that to be darker, so that's fine. To those. So I'm thinking of doing that Advent tiles this year again. We're probably going to do it for Christmas. So I'm going to sort out a bit of an image for that, I'm sure, and we'll get on with that. So December the 1st, that'll go all the way up to probably the 24th. Actually, we'll probably do it up to Christmas Eve. Okay. This is looking great now. Look at the difference it makes having a little bit of shading on it. You know, if you've got any of those wonky lines that you wanted to lose a little bit, now's the time. It's going to disappear amongst all this shading. It says I'm going further up. It's not like I've not kept it all the same. Look, you've got light bits and dark bits. All right. Ease that off. A little bit less pressure. Oh, Viv. I do enjoy them. I really do. And I love to sort of, it's almost like, it's a little Christmas present each day, isn't it? Because you don't know what you're going to get. You don't know what it's sort of going to reveal. I mean, how many have we done now? Is it 4 or 5? Can't remember. Look at this. Right, where's my black pencil? Did I use it or did I use? No, that wasn't that one. Okay, dark oak it is then. A little bit of dark oak. Actually, it's probably a little bit better. It's a bit warmer, look. Under those, a little bit on the stems there, and look a little bit just on the bits that are sort of that original shape. So not on the C's that I drew. Just in there. Darken that up a little bit. Now you'll notice as well, I'm not colouring the whole thing in. Like I'm kind of going where the dark bits are. Don't want to overdo it. Look at that. Right, let's bring that chalk pencil in. Because I've got a coloured tile, actually coming in and adding some white, it's going to work way better than a regular white pencil is. See how that's coming? Oh, let's put some on the middle of these. See, that's the inside bits. I'm not going to touch that. It's just these bits that are sort of wrapped around it. Okay, look at the difference there now. A little bit around there. Okay, I think I'm just going to come back in with my pen. And let's go. Yeah. Oh, I think you should all try this tile. You should all do it. Come on. It's just a little bit of fun. So a little pair of eyes there, look. Look. And then here, look, we're going to go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Look he's just hiding. Let's put another one in. Now here, let's go, yeah, let's do another one, look. Just two little eyebrows. See this time, look, tiny little hands. Look at the heart. Alright, let's have a little look at what we've got going on here then. So, I haven't put, oh, I need to just tortilla. A little bit of shadow across the top there. Okay, and just to sort of finish off, I'm just going to go back over, you know, just parts of that thick line that we did originally. And I think I'm just going to bring in my white gel pen. Okay, just because, let's put my lid on. There we go. I want to make them as white as I can make them. That makes a difference. Look, and of course doing that with a pencil, it wouldn't go over that wax, whereas a gel pen will. So challenge then, if you're going to mix this with something from Locket Lane and post it, and I'll give you what day is it? Tuesday. I'll give you a couple of days. And then we'll have a go and see what. Let's have a look at what we've come up with. Just going to put some little spots. Let's go a little bit big there. You see? It gives a little bit of interest on them. A couple there as well, look. See? Don't overdo it with them. Just a few. You could wrap one of the houses, couldn't you, with this kind of bandagey type stuff. Let's have a little highlight there. An highlight. Alright. Oh, here we go then. There it is. So our first spooky tile of the season. A little bit of an initial then. Okay. And of course, if anybody does see anybody using the official Sanntangle logo or reference to Sanntangle on Facebook, could you, if you'd let me know or report it, that would be brilliant. But other than that, have a good day, everybody. Enjoy this one. I look forward to see what you create with it. And yeah, it's going to be interesting, this. So have a bit of fun. And I will catch you all again on Friday. All right, take care, everybody. Bye.